Here's your wrestling news for February 22nd, 2022. And your headlines for today include Dream Match teased for WrestleMania on Raw's 1500th episode, final Ring of Honor Hall of Famer announced, tons of released superstars will be part of WWE 2K22, Kenny Omega gives update on AEW console video game, gives huge news to gamers. Those were live rounds. Former superstar says he and John Cena fought for real during Smackdown segment. How many tickets are left for WrestleMania 38? Twice released WWE superstar rehired for the third time with new role in the company. When will WWE's next Saudi event take place? Sami Zayn gives great news about his Sami for Syria campaign, and more. We're kicking off today with Raw, which marked the 1500th episode of WWE's flagship show. The show also saw the return of Edge in his first appearance since the 2022 Royal Rumble, where he and Beth Phoenix defeated The Miz and Maurice. On Raw, Edge made it clear he won't be in a world title match at WrestleMania 38, but laid out the challenge to a former WWE champion. Saying he still dreams about walking down the ramp at WrestleMania, Edge says he wants to be phenomenal, a not-so-subtle nod to AJ Styles. Edge ended his program by demanding someone in WWE step up to face him, and while nobody answered the call last night, it looks likely that the phenomenal one will do just that. Both Edge and Styles have said in interviews that they want to face off one day, with Styles calling it one of the few dream matches he has left in his career. With Styles finished with Omos and doing little on Raw, it looks very likely that we'll finally get this match at WrestleMania 38 in what'll be a dream match worthy of WWE's grandest stage of them all. On April 1st, Ring of Honor will return from their hiatus with their Supercard of Honor 15 event. In preparation to the big show, ROH has been announcing their very first class of inductees, and now we know the final wrestler who will be inducted. In a statement, ROH confirmed that CM Punk will be joining the Briscoes, Bryan Danielson, and Samoa Joe after an incredible career both in and out of the promotion. Debuting for ROH in 2002, Punk had many great moments, including winning the ROH World title in June 2005 after he'd accepted a deal with WWE. Threatening to take the title with him to Vince McMahon's company, the story became known as the Summer of Punk, which WWE replicated 6 years later at Money in the Bank 2011. A special Hall of Fame episode of Ring of Honor will air on TV on March 5th, and we're sure the AEW star will have plenty to say about his time in the beloved promotion. Next month, WWE 2K22 will finally hit shelves over a year after the dismal release of 2K20. The game was meant to be released last year, but was delayed as developers needed to change the roster thanks to WWE's budget cuts, and now more wrestlers have slipped into the game. We previously reported that Karrion Kross will be a playable character in 2K22, but there's plenty more X-talent who will be included. Ember Moon, the Iconics, Jeff Hardy, and John Morrison will all be in the game, as will Johnny Gargano, Kyle O'Reilly, and Mickie James. Buddy Murphy, Mia Yim, Scarlett, and Tegan Knox will all be playable, and the game's My GM mode will also allow players to select William Regal and Shane McMahon as potential general managers. With some of these superstars being released back in April 2021, we're not quite sure why they haven't been removed already, but 2K22 will ship with plenty of names who are now competing for other promotions. Speaking of games, AEW is continuing to work on their console video game, which is set to release hopefully this year. The game is being led by former AEW World Champion and self-confessed gamer Kenny Omega, who has spoken on Wrestling Observer Radio about the project. On the show, Omega explained that there's a lot of deadlines to meet for the new game and announced that players will be able to face off on different consoles, saying, "We have a lot of match types, game modes, there's going to be cross-platform and an online component where you can create your own lobby and things like that and have fun with friends, the ability to defend belts. Plenty of ways to interact with people in different ways to build a community and interact with people and have fun." Speaking about WWE 2K22, which releases next month, Omega said he's looking forward to the game, calling it absolutely gorgeous, and that AEW can't compete with 2K's production values. In 2004, John Cena was rising through the ranks of WWE as the popular United States champion of Smackdown. Winning the title from The Big Show, one of Cena's first feuds was against Rene Dupree, but things got a bit too real during one altercation. On his podcast, Dupree explained that when Cena made the save during an intergender match between himself and Tori Wilson, both men had been told by management to make things look real. He added, "Agents said that the physicality between me and John Cena had to look real, and let me tell you, it was as real as it can be. I busted his eyebrow open, he was bleeding, and he busted my lip, and I think I had a bruise somewhere on my face. Those were live rounds." It's ironic that Cena is best known for his time in the PG era when the violence in WWE was considerably toned down, as he was able to throw fists just as good as anyone else, a lesson Rene Dupree learned the hard way in April 2004. Back to the present, as WrestleMania 38 is just 39 days away, and the biggest two-night event on WWE's calendar has got a stacked card already. The show will feature WWE Champion Brock Lesnar facing Universal Champion Roman Reigns in a winner-takes-all match, as well as matches announced for the Raw and Smackdown Women's Championships, but WWE are still struggling to sell tickets. During Wrestling Observer Radio, Dave Meltzer reported that while a recent 2-for-1 offer helped move thousands of tickets over the past week, each night still has about 27,000 seats free, meaning 54,000 tickets are still available. With The Miz and Logan Paul confirmed to take on the Mysterios, and Stone Cold Steve Austin rumored to be competing this April, WWE is counting on selling many more tickets in the coming weeks. But for now, there's still plenty of seats at what should be WWE's most exciting two nights of the year. In April 2020, Drake Maverick was released from WWE, but after an emotional farewell video and an impressive display in his few remaining matches, he was rehired by the company. Last year, Maverick was released for the second time, seemingly for good, but now he's once again employed by WWE, but not in an on-screen role. PW Insider reports that Maverick, real name James Curtin, is now working on Raw's creative team and has been doing so for several weeks. During his runs as 24/7 champion, Maverick amazed fans with his hilarious antics as he tried to win and later keep hold of the title, and he'll now be bringing his comedic timing and wrestling knowledge to WWE's creative team. Last weekend, WWE hosted Elimination Chamber in Saudi Arabia, marking the first time a non-exclusive Saudi event happened in the Middle Eastern nation. Elimination Chamber on the whole has been seen as a success by fans, and now we know when the superstars and crew will be making their next trip overseas. PW Insider has learned that the next Saudi show is scheduled to take place in October or early November in Riyadh, but there's no word whether it'll be a typical Saudi event like Crown Jewel or Super Showdown, or a pre-existing show like Hell in a Cell. Whatever the case, WWE will make a fortune from the show, with it being reported that they were paid $50 million for Elimination Chamber, all thanks to their lucrative deal with the controversial nation. And we're ending today with Sami Zayn, who may be a dastardly heel in the ring, but is anything but that outside of WWE. For years, Zayn has been raising funds for a mobile clinic in Syria, and he's now raised enough for a second clinic. On Twitter, Zayn announced that on Christmas Day last year, fans raised a total $5,396, and after pitching in quadruple that amount, the combined total is close to $27,000. On WWE TV, Zayn captured the Intercontinental Championship last week, and it's great to see he is doing well, both in and out of the ring. Well guys, that's our news for today. Please share your comments below. Also hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and hit the bell icon to receive all notifications. And as always, thanks for watching.